Hi everyone, it's Brian. I got my dummy Lamont and Becky at the camera.
Hey.
And this is another episode of Adaptive Descriptive Jujitsu. Today we're just gonna go through a flow of attacks from side control. So, Lamont is laying down like a good dummy. He's got his arms up by his face, protecting his neck. So, what I need to do is create some space, kind of threaten an attack, and we're gonna go from Americana to straight arm lock to Kimura to straight arm lock to Americana again. Alright, and I'll go through that flow twice with you guys so you kind of understand what I'm talking about. So, say I created that space, I'm first going to start off with an Americana. So, I'm going to drop my hips by spreading my knees, and with my arms that are on the other side of his torso, I'm going to drop my elbow that's closest to his head right by his ear as I'm pinning his wrist to the mat. So with my hand that is closest to his feet, I'm going to fish that under his tricep and connect to my own wrist. Alright, then I'm going to slowly bring his elbow down and up, kind of like an airplane taking off or a paintbrush on that. But say he doesn't want that, so he's straightening out his wrist. As he's doing that, I'm still keeping my arm that's closer to his head. It's still on top of his wrist. And I got the Kimura grip still connected. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna press my fingers down on my forearm and then raise my wrist to create the tap for the straight arm lock. Say he doesn't want that either. Brings it down to his legs. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let go with the hand that was on his wrist, with the arm that is underneath for that Kimura grip. I'm gonna pull that up to his head so his elbow is a little bit higher up. And with the arm that's closest to his head, I'm gonna fish under right next to the other arm and flare my fingers up to the ceiling to kind of block his elbow from getting away from me. Now, with the hand that was originally under the arm, it's gonna go back down to the legs, but I'm gonna bring the wrist and pin it with me. I'm gonna pull the arm that's by his head through and connect it with my forearm to create the Kimura. He doesn't want that. Straightens out his arm. I'm still creating the Kimura grip, but I'm just going to press down on the forearm, bringing my wrist up to create the tap. Say he wants to go back up by his head, that's fine. I'm going to take my hand that is closest to his feet off of his wrist, underneath his tricep, with my fingertips towards the ceiling, like I'm giving a high five. I'm gonna bring my elbow back down by his feet to keep that angle of his elbow down. I'm gonna connect to the wrist with the hand that's closest to his head, elbow next to his head. Connect for the Americana, slide it down and up. Alright? So Next time, I'm gonna give you a little less detail, just so not too many terms are confusing to you. All right, so he's holding his hands up by his face. I'm gonna drop my elbow next to his head as I'm pinning his wrist to the mat. I'm going to fish my other hand under and connect. Bring his elbow down and up for the Americana. He doesn't want that, so he straightens up. I'm keeping that same grip, but it's just stretched out because it's straight arm. I'm gonna press down with my fingertips and bring my wrist up for the tap. He doesn't want that, so he brings his wrist down to his feet. That's fine. I'm gonna wrench my arm that's under his arm up to create that angle of the elbow. My other hand that's by his head is gonna fish under and bring my fingertips to the sky to create that angle. I'm gonna pin the wrist to the mat with my arm that's closest to his feet to create a kimura. Connect the hand to the wrist and bring his elbow up. All right. He doesn't want that. Straighten out. Press down on the fingertips. Create the tap. He doesn't want that. Let go of the wrist. Fish under with the hand that's closest to the feet. Flare the fingertips up. Bring the elbow down. Connect the Americana grip. Bring the elbow up and down to create the tap. So, I hope that was helpful. Let me know what you guys think. So, have a great day.